everyone. Welcome to our video. And we are occupational therapy students from UAB. And today we're going to be talking about helping your loved one manage difficult emotions. First, we're going to start off by introducing ourselves. So I'm Michaela, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid is Cherry.
Hey guys, my name is Allison, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid is the blue raspberry one.
Hi, my name is Jaylecia, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid is also blue raspberry.
Hi, my name is Asia Griffin, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid is blue raspberry.
Hi, my name is Maria, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid flavor is cherry.
Hey everyone, my name is Anna, and my favorite Sour Patch Kid flavor is also cherry.
So to start out, we are going to talk a little bit about our topic. So the quote on the slide says, "It's okay to feel these emotions. It's how we deal with them that makes us the people we are." And this quote is from the movie Inside Out. So as caregivers, I imagine that there are plenty of various emotions your loved one feels. Maybe they experience anger or sadness or guilt or worry or fear or stress, or maybe they feel a mixture of all these emotions. Any one of these answers can be correct. But we're going to be talking with you about how these various feelings occur and how to help your loved one better manage these emotions. However, we want to make note before we begin that whatever your loved one feels is valid. And this is important to remember as a caregiver. There's no such thing as a bad emotion. All emotions are a natural part of human behavior. Just as the quote from the movie describes, what matters is that we work to manage and cope with these emotions we face in a healthy way. It's important as caregivers to be there for your loved one and show validation and empathy towards your loved one and what they may be feeling while working towards their emotion management. While we know that you want to help them cope in a healthy way, you also want to be sure that you are there for them, regardless of what emotion they're feeling. So we have broken down emotion management into 4 steps that you can use when helping your loved one. The first step is to help your loved one name their emotion. Second is to feel their emotion. Third is to cope with their emotion. And fourth is to move forward with their emotion in a renewed mindset. So now I'm going to turn it over to Anna as she will discuss step 1.
Okay, so the first and arguably most important step of emotion management is first recognizing what emotion is being felt and labeling it. So the part of the brain that labels an emotion is also the same part of the brain that feels the emotion. So by simply stating, "I feel sad," or "I feel angry," or "I feel worried," you're already helping to reduce the intensity of this emotion. So giving a name to what you feel is the first step in taking control of your emotions rather than letting them take control of you. So as caregivers, you can ask your loved ones to put a name to their emotion while explaining to them the power behind simply giving your emotion a name. On the screen, we have some various emotions that your loved one may feel throughout the week. With these and many other emotions in mind, encourage your loved one to identify how they're feeling. Encourage them that when they put a name to their emotions, they're set up to move forward in confidence in managing those emotions. So just remember that if you can name it, you can tame it. And one great way to keep track of these different emotions that they may feel is to keep a mood tracker. And you can find these online, many different templates, as well as in store in journals. So now I'm going to pass it on to Maria and Jaylecia as they talk about the importance of feeling various emotions.
So the second step is feel your emotion, and as the slide says, you have to feel it to be able to heal it. And oftentimes people make the mistake to shove their emotion under the rug and believe that managing the emotion implies not feeling the emotion. This is certainly not the case. Emotions are exactly what they are, and the dictionary defines the word emotion as a strong feeling. With that being said, emotions are meant to be felt, and it is important your loved one knows that. So our next step that you can use to help your loved one manage their emotion is after they name their emotion, allow them to feel it. If they feel sad, allow them time to feel that. Maybe they need a good cry, and there's no part of that that is wrong. Maybe they are angry or frustrated, and they need to talk it out with you. Maybe they are worried, and they need you to be a listening ear. This step is important for your loved one because automatically trying to rush into coping mechanisms could leave your loved one unsuccessful if they never had the time to embrace, recognize, or accept what they are feeling. Trying to suppress or quickly move on from negative emotions actually increases the likelihood they will continue to resonate within your mind.
Letting your loved one feel their emotions allows both them and you to better learn what life matters are emotional triggers. By recognizing these triggers and feeling these emotions, you are better set to predict and respond to your loved one and future trigger strikes. You may pause the video and take 2 to 3 minutes to reflect on what you think triggers may be for your loved one. And you can also practice this with them by having them draw and write what they feel is the reasoning behind their emotions.
Now that we have learned how you can help your loved one name or feel their emotion, now we can move on to how you can cope with that emotion. It is important to identify healthy mechanisms of coping that work for you and your loved one. So we are going to provide you with 4 ideas for healthy coping today. One healthy way to cope with your emotions is to allow your loved one to do something they enjoy. Part of emotional awareness is also knowing what triggers positive emotions in life. By knowing those items and treating your loved one to them, they can improve their mood. For instance, there are several self-care activities that can be a healthy coping activity to participate in when relieving stress, such as coloring, exercising, listening to music, or baking. It is important to find an activity that is meaningful for you and your client so you can stay motivated to continue the activity for a more positive mood. So now I'm going to give you some questions in relation to the previous self-care activity presentation. The first question would be, what would be some healthy self-care activities that you will offer your loved one to cope with their emotions? And the second question would be, what could be some new self-care activities that you can include in your routine? After you have written those questions, I will allow Michaela to talk about the next activity, which is breathing and mindfulness.
Okay, another coping mechanism we are going to show you is how to conduct breathing exercises with your loved one and be mindful in the moment. Mindfulness is a meditation technique that focuses on the sensations and emotions that you feel in the moment. The goal of mindfulness exercises is to stay fully present in the moment and avoid thinking about future or past concerns. Mindfulness can calm your loved one and help them develop a sense of perspective about their emotions and their daily tasks. So there are several breathing techniques that can also help calm and regulate your loved one's feelings while feeling strong emotions. So by focusing on the breathing during mindfulness, they can reduce the impact of the emotion on their body and mind, which may allow them to resolve or calm their feelings. Taking a deep breath is one of the first lines of defense against severe emotions. And if there's not enough time in real life situations to deep breathe, you can just have your loved one breathe in and out a few times and try to get them to only focus on their breathing. By helping your loved one focus on their breathing, you can begin counting to encourage your loved one to breathe to calm down. And this is a good strategy if you need a quicker calming approach. So if y'all would like to join us We can practice breathing through our nose and out through our mouths, and imagine we are filling up a balloon in our belly as we breathe in, and this means we are breathing in through our diaphragm. It might help to put your hands on your stomach so that you can feel your stomach move instead of your chest. So together, let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. We're going to do this 3 times. In through our nose and out through our mouths. One more time, in through our nose and out through our mouths. Now, another thing that we were wanting to show you was that there's several apps that you can use that will help you with meditating. One of them is going to be called Insight Timer, and I highly recommend this app just because there's several videos depending on what you need, as far as needing a video to help your loved ones sleep or a short video for meditation. So now I'm going to pass this on to Allison.
Thank you, Michaela. So a third coping mechanism is to have your loved one journal or make a gratitude log. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's the spark that lights a fire of joy in your soul. So this quote perfectly describes our next coping mechanism idea. Sometimes life can be kind of like a Sour Patch Kid. At first, it can appear sour on the outside, but when you dive in, you realize that there is a sweet center in the midst of a sour outside. So regardless of how much is going on in one's life, when one stops to reflect and count their blessings, it's nearly impossible to not have an improved mood. Gratitude allows us to take a step back and see the whole picture of life. Now, this is not done to lessen the magnitude of life's challenges, but to remind us that even in challenges, there is light. It allows us to move forward in a mindset that even when we feel these emotions of sadness or anger or other difficult emotions, we can also feel a sense of gratitude that will then lead us to happiness and help balance the magnitude of those negative emotions felt. So we have provided 3 prompts that you can use with your loved one to help them transition towards an attitude of thankfulness that will ultimately result in an improved mood. So on their gratitude list, you may list things in your life that you're thankful for, things in your life that make you happy, or things that you can be thankful for even amidst a challenging situation. And we hope you will take these prompts and use them on your own time or pause this video and reflect, and that these can help serve your loved one and help them practice gratitude. So now I'm going to pass it on to Anna to discuss some quick fixes to implement when you may not have time for some of these longer strategies.
Yeah, so sometimes in the moment, strategies we've already mentioned may not be easily possible or accessible. So we want to conclude with some tips on how you as caregivers can help manage your loved one's intense emotions when in an urgent setting. So first, you can take your loved one to a safe space or a cool down corner. Find somewhere to sit down that is quiet, and in your home, you can designate an area for your loved one to take a break and process through their emotions. So make a safe corner that is cozy with maybe a comfy chair and a blanket, or an open space for them to be able to walk out their emotions. Before you go in public, think about places you could go wherever you're traveling that could be a safe space if an outburst were to occur. This could be in the restroom, outside, or in your car. You can also have a calm down kit with things that make the client happy and serve as instant mood boosters. This can be something you keep in your car or purse and easily accessible at all times. So some ideas for this include a pocket-sized joke book, picture of pets or family members, their favorite snack, sensory toys, AirPods for music, anything along those lines. So one of the final quick fixes we want to leave you guys with is laughter. So as caregivers, you can encourage your loved ones to laugh. Sometimes forcing a smile will actually lead them to smile, or forcing the laugh will actually make them laugh. And if you have difficulty forcing it, that's nothing that like a few of your favorite funny YouTube videos can't fix. So laughter, some of the benefits is that it helps your body relax, relieves your muscles of tension and stress, and it leaves your muscles relaxed for up to 45 minutes. So laughter also triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemical. I'm sure you know the old saying, laughter is the best medicine, and we are here to stand behind that. So finally, I'm going to pass the mic on to Jalicia for our conclusion.
We have shared with you a handful of ways you can assist your loved one in managing their emotions. While this is not an exhaustive list, we hope that it proves helpful and has given you a starting point of some strategies you can use when managing your loved one's emotions. Remember, emotions are neither good nor bad, they are neutral. Therefore, it is important to show empathy and compassion when your loved one begins feeling strong emotions and reassure and validate them that what they are feeling is okay. All emotions are a natural part of human behavior. What matters is that we work to manage and cope with these emotions we face in a healthy way. So today we've covered 4 steps of managing emotions, and those were name your emotion, feel your emotion, and cope with your emotion. Coping can be done through self-care, breathing, mindfulness, gratitude logs, and laughter. And finally, you want to move forward with your emotion in a renewed mindset. Last week, you discussed incorporating a caregiver planner as an assistive device to help you schedule and track. Perhaps you can use this with monitoring your loved one's emotions and use it to help plan coping mechanisms. By making this a daily habit, you'll be able to incorporate daily practice of emotional management. While it is important that coping mechanisms are not solutions, and that they are not going to automatically rid your loved one of their emotions, they will allow their brain to have a sense of peace and a renewed mindset.
So thank you all so much for watching our video today. We hope that we provided you with some great strategies to help you help your loved ones cope with their intense emotions surrounding their TBI. Bye, everyone.
Bye.